Hey everybody, it's your good buddy 650 Ebe here, and usually my videos are very upbeat, motivational, and positive, but today I have to start this video on a rather somber note. EBR Motorcycles is shutting down again. According to sources from EBR itself, and I got my information from Asphalt and Rubber, EBR Motorcycles cites slow sales in the industry overall and the inability to build up their dealer network and move their existing inventory as a couple of reasons why they are shutting down very soon here. And I'm very sad to hear that. This EBR 1190 RX is an awesome motorcycle. I really enjoy riding it. I stand behind the brand. I stand behind the motorcycle wholeheartedly. I just all around just love this motorcycle. It's very light, nimble, it brakes exceptional. It's got a lot of tech in it for a bike that was pretty much designed many years ago. This bike is still relevant and it can hold its own against my fleet of motorcycles very well. And so today I'm very sad to hear that they're shutting down. It's not all doom and gloom. We had some fantastic times on this motorcycle. I remember when I first brought it back, the very first person to ride my 1190 RX on the filthy streets of Cleveland was my good buddy Stunnerway.
This bike is amazing, man. I love everything on it, all the way down to the rear brakes, to the way the rims are engineered. And you're just gonna love it. You're actually gonna love this bike. I love how it does handle. It has a nice flick to it, and it's very smooth in transition. So, man, I just hope you guys get a chance to ride one of these.
And as you can tell from that video that he posted on his channel, he really loved the motorcycle. And after my good buddy Donnie Brasco recovered from his accident last summer, I put him on the 1190 RX to exact some revenge on a BMW HP4.
On here for about a mile, and I'm very impressed with it.
Oh wow!
I really am. I'm see if we can represent Erik Buell Racing a little bit today. See if we can put a few people away on this thing.
Here we go. Donnie got him. Donnie got him. Donnie beat an HP4. Now, of course, that HP4 was ridden by a novice rider, but still, you can't discount Donnie Brasco slaying and filleting and turning that HP4 into a bowl of marmalade. Last summer, I met my good buddy Jogo 101 in Washington, D.C., and I wanted to expose him to the awesomeness of the 1190 RX. I think he liked it.
That guy's a riot.
And while I was in DC, I got to meet Jogo's good buddy, Duke of DC, and I let him ride the 1190 RX as well.
I've stalled it twice, so yes, the clutch is very different. Brakes feel great too. It's actually not as uncomfortable as I thought it would be. You look at it and it's got these really sharp edges to it that make you think like, okay, this is a pretty certifiable track machine, track weapon. And right off the bat, it's really not that bad. It doesn't intimidate me in any way. The power is extraordinarily manageable, which I like. But at the same time, it sounds really good, and you can tell that if you were to open this thing up, you'd have some serious torque is what I'm feeling.
So we had some great times on this bike, and I think the other folks that got to ride it, they all felt the same way. In their honest opinions, they loved this motorcycle, and I think you would too. So without further ado, I'm going to make sure that I am in neutral, which I am. And I'm going to start this thing up. And while it's warming up, because we know better than to rev this motor or give you a sound bite from a cold start. And by the way, that low oil light that you see there, that goes off once the bike is warm. So I'm going to be a little risque here. I haven't started this bike. As you can see, it's winter here in the Midwest. So I haven't started this bike up in a couple months. But I'm just going to give it a cold start and see what happens. is cold, let me take you back in time to the very first time that I met my good buddy Erik Buell himself. Hey Erik, you mentioned the bike has a visceral feel when you're riding it from the suspension. How does the bike achieve that?
One of the things that we tried to work into the chassis was trying to make it feel like one with the rider, and that's what I want to be able to do. It's like you can feel a pavement through your hands, and if the chassis starts flexing and things like that, now all of a sudden you're feeling the chassis, not the wheels. If the tire and suspension are getting out of control, you're really not feeling the road. This bike, that's what we were focused on, So the chassis, the way we do the chassis, the fuel in the frame chassis, it has slim but tall beams, but they also have a liner in the chassis, which is a fuel resistant. But one of the things that does is it dampens the resonances that would be in a typical, steel or aluminum frame, the bounciness of it. So literally having fuel and having that coating of plastic inside it dampens it. So that again keeps you from being disconnected from the ground.
Absolutely, and that's not what you want at the track for sure. Let's see if the engine's warm now. Yeah, no longer says engine cold, so I think it's safe to give it a couple blips so that you can hear how this awesome H&F exhaust sounds on my 1190 RX. Bike has one of the most crisp throttle controls of any of my bikes. There's absolutely no play in that throttle. If you couldn't tell already, I love my 1190 RX. The LED headlights are just phenomenal, extremely bright, and they look very menacing, very slim, the front view. I would recommend getting the RS mirrors. These are the RS mirrors. I replaced the stock ones. And the integrated turn signals, of course, they're LED. They look phenomenal. For this bike is in the frame. This is all hollowed out. This is actually the air box. I love these short levers, breakaway, really nice. These are all EBR parts you can still find on their website, and in fact, I'm going to go ahead and order my quick shift and my tinted windscreen for this bike probably this afternoon while I still can. Every time I power this bike up and I hear the exhaust and the rumble of the V-twin motor, I just want to get out and ride. Obviously I can't ride right now, it's snowing and it's about 20 degrees, but that's the feeling that I get from this motorcycle, is that I just want to go out and ride. And even though the bike's power shut off right now, those fans will stay on as long as the engine, the computers think that it needs to cool the engine down. That's pretty awesome. And there's a fan on each side. And that's actually blowing air out of the engine area, away from the engine. It's pretty pretty cool. Where is EBR Motorcycles going from here? Honestly, I don't know. Some reports say that maybe another company might pick them up and bring them back to life yet again. That remains to be seen. But I will tell you that if you have the opportunity to pick up an EBR 1190 RX from a dealer, from eBay, or from somewhere, I would highly recommend it. It's a great road bike. It's a great track bike. I haven't ridden mine on the track yet, but I have ridden it on twisty country roads, and it's very light, very nimble, handles exceptionally well. So I would highly recommend this motorcycle to anybody that's looking for a great bike. So if you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button. You can subscribe to my channel by clicking on the subscribe button. New videos are uploaded every single week. Stay tuned for more videos. EBR Motorcycles, I suspect, will be back. Thanks for viewing.